to magnify it when you need it.
Oh, excuse me. We live. Oh, it's real.
Real talk radio.
That's right. That's what we do. Hey, good evening. Welcome. It is Real Talk Live with Rodney Grimes. People to people, power to power, positive to people. I am so excited today. I got to take a deep breath. Whew. Oh my God, y'all don't even understand. Okay, now, first of all, I don't think the monitor is on. You remember, Tracy, you know how we do? We running through here trying to get it going on.
Right.
So I don't even think it's on, but that's my fault because that's what we do.
All right.
We do things right when it's right. You know what I'm saying? We do it live.
You turn it off.
I didn't turn it off. It just turned off by itself. You know, sometimes it be like that. But
There we go.
yeah, there we go. So, oh my goodness. How's everybody? God is good. First of all, let me give honor to God. I got to just do that because it's just so much been going on. I'm so excited. I'm so excited what's been happening in my life. And God is starting to bring people around me that are the same type of people, His warriors. And I see that. And so with that being said, it's something, a message that I'm have to really share today real quick before I introduce my guest, who I've been trying to get her in here forever. Okay, but God is good. See, when you pray on something, all you do is just wait and let God do it in His time, not in yours. But first of all, I want to say this. Also, sweetheart, you're not plugged up in the computer. You didn't plug it up. That's what happened. Hey, Real Talk Live, that's what we do. I'm trying to tell you. God is good. Okay, so check this out. Recently, I found myself in a position where I didn't know whether I was coming or going, up, down, round the corner, whatever the case may be. And God is sending people to you to give a message to you, to tell you what you need to do. And I understand why He gave His Son, Jesus Christ, for us to be able to communicate on a different level. And that I'll talk about on another show. But I realized how I've been driving in my life. I kept looking in, actually I was driving like this, but I was driving with my head back like this, more than forward. I was doing like this. I kept doing this all the time, kept doing this like this. I'll be driving, I'm using my mirrors, and I keep looking back like this. And then I realized something. The rear view mirror is there for a purpose. It's there for you to glance, not to stare into it. And the rear view mirror is there to say, hey, you don't have to see everything behind you. You don't have to pay attention to everything behind you. All you need to do is every now and then and just don't forget where you came from, so you know where you're going. So in that process, I started to realize something, that God is saying, Rodney, go ahead, you know how to put the gas on and take the brake off and this and that. And He also said, He was telling me, you know what, use your rear view mirror, but don't keep looking back in that window, because if I wanted you to keep looking in that window, then I would have put the window in the front window. So now I understand. And I hope you understand my message. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Take it and, just know that the rear view mirror is only a little tiny mirror, but that mirror, that window in front of you is large. And you can turn your head sideways and everything and still see everything in front of you. But that rear view mirror, you're just supposed to glance at it. Just glance at it. And sometimes you'll see somebody who cut you off the road. What happened? You'll see them in the rear view mirror. Keep on riding, after a while you don't even see them no more. That's how life is. So I just need you to get that message out. That's my message I got from last week, from several people who have been talking to me, prophesizing with me, and I just wanted to give that, and that's something I just want many of you to think about. Look forward, drive, know where you're going, keep your eyes on your journey, and you can peep in the rear view mirror, but remember, it's a rear view mirror this big. Okay, I have the beautiful Kimm, Kimm Evan Reeves, and believe it or not, I'm gonna let y'all know her husband is in here too. Okay, he right there over on the other side. So if y'all hear him talking, listen, because he's more than welcome to say, to chime in if he wants to. That's fine. We kind of like, because of the setup, And I really would, one day, what I would like to do, Mr. Reed, is to have you personally without her sitting in the seat and just be you.
That's fine.
So,
Anytime.
okay, so y'all heard him say that. Okay, so he said anytime, so if I call him next week, I don't want him talking about it. Hey, bro. No, but God is good. Kimm, I am so happy to have you.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
This is an honor. This is really an honor. I told you, and I meant that, that you are one of the individuals who inspired me to do this stuff.
Oh my goodness, there's so
Yeah.
much pressure.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you because me and my wife, we watch you on many different occasions and do these things. So, also, here I'm moving real fast just before. I also got to take the time, first of all, this is my, the godmother of our program, Ms. Rachel Pope. Also, she's our spiritual advisor. Please keep her in prayer. We had a little incident where she missed a step or something, and that happens to us all. And so she had some complications she has to deal with. So y'all know when she normally would chime in, she would call and just get right there with us. So, and remember when I was telling you that, but yeah, just keep it moving because at first I was going to tell you something else. So I'm just slowing down here, right? Y'all see I'm just speeding all over the place. And guess what? This other young lady that's behind me up on the screen also, Miss Tracy Clark. You know who that is. That's my co-host. And she is always, if what she do, I'll talk to her and I say, hey Tracy, this is what's up. Can we do this and that? This is who was in. She said, okay. I say, Tracy, what you doing? She said, what you want me to do? I said, well, this and that. And then she said, okay, I'm on my way. She a soldier. And I can't even really elaborate on all the things that she does to keep us moving in the right direction. God is working miracles around her, that her miracles are like a tattoo. When she touch you, they latch on and they don't go anywhere.
Wow.
And that's powerful.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just excited about that.
Amen.
And God is so good. So, I'm trying to, we going with the program and everything. And so as we get bigger and bigger and bigger, then y'all see. So now that I got this up on screen, I can start talking about Kimmie Kimm. Because this lady here is a powerhouse. I am so like, I feel like when I listen to you and watch you, and also just paying attention to you and your husband, how y'all just kind of like y'all move in a force that says, not look at me, but we're doing things to represent positive energy. And that's what I got out of it. That's what I get out of you. The fact that you've written books, I have one of them right here, and I'm excited about this. Marriage is easy, people are hard. Oh my God. Can you kind of elaborate on what's that title?
Well, I was invited to speak at a conference called Release the Chains back then. What was that, in 2000, I guess, I don't even remember the year, but I needed something to bring with me. So I took 2.5 weeks, and I felt like if I'm going to talk about relationships, and I want to focus on not just dating, I want to focus on what I'm into, on marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like, you know what? Marriage is the easy part. It's us.
Yeah.
We make it hard. We give marriage this name and like, marriage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or we go, oh, marriage. But it's not that. It's the people
Right.
that make it easier, harder, that, meet it in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's not about that. So it's about us. So I figured, you know what? I want to make just a short read with different couples that will, of course, me and James, we put a lot of ourselves in it, but we picked all these couples and we got them to say, just give me one piece of advice or something, or just a quote, or just give me something from your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me what marriage, what relationships mean to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to add it in this book. So that's what I did. And so even though I did all the cover and all that stuff, that's not my job. I should never do that, and I won't do that again. I stopped saying, okay, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. because one person told me, and that was Roberta Elliott. She said, Kim, stop telling people about the errors, the typos and all that stuff, because you're taking away from the message.
Right.
And so the message was, marriage is easy. Marriage is easy, people are hard.
I always say that marriage is a state of mind. And I say that based on the fact that what was it like many, many years ago before we had the courthouse and you had to go down and get a certificate and those things? What is it like when two animals, and we are animals, we do the same thing animals do, except that we talk and we are a little more conniving than they are. But when we really think about it, we do everything they do.
Right.
And we got animals that commit for life, okay? That they will not go outside of their relationship. They are killed to protect their mate, and so God is powerful. And in that's something that I just find that's amazing when I think about us. And then I go back and say, and Mr. Reed, what's your husband's name?
James.
James. Anytime you want to chime in, bro, you can. If you want to say something, feel free to, because they can hear you, and we letting them know that you're in the house.
Okay.
So I don't want you to feel like you can't participate in the interview. So I'm just saying, is this Real Talk Live? I keep it real. So if I knew, I would have got a bigger chair. I'm just messing with you. This brother is huge. I ain't lying.
Sit on that little stool.
And look, wait a minute, and then this is what he did, right? You know how the brothers do. So, when he shook my hand, he pulled me, he almost picked me up off my feet, right? So I had to lean into him and throw some shoulder a little bit, I had to throw a little shoulder. Yo, I'm 60 years old, so
One of my girlfriends said every time James hugs her, it's like getting a mammogram. She wants her results.
because I'm trying to tell you, he a big brother. How much you weigh?
Right now I'm probably about 265, 270.
Okay, and that ain't no fat over there. I'm trying to tell you, when he grabbed me, he was like, oh. But I just, hey, look, that's what I love about this. This is we real talk. We don't set nothing up. We do what we do. We make it happen. So I'm excited. Real quick, should we be doing a little shout out to some people, because I've been seeing people going. Okay, so so far, Vicky, how you doing? And look, always we love you.
Oh, look at my baby Nikki. With Janique Evans.
Hey, Janique, how you doing? And Wanda
Hey,
Bird,
Oops.
Rachel Pope. There go the godmother. The godmother's in the house.
All right.
Yes, and okay, she just said, she said mommy.
Janique Evans. Well, I call her Nikki.
Oh, okay. And Deborah. Okay.
Hey, Tan.
Marcus.
Marcus, Tan, Tracy, Judy.
I mean, hey, we tell everybody that joins in, you are family. We appreciate you so much. God is good. Remember, this is not about me. This is not about you. This is about us.
Right. That's right.
And this is why one of the reasons I'm so excited that I'm glad about COVID. I'm trying to tell you, I'm so happy about COVID because I'm paying attention to all of us.
Right.
Where we going.
Yeah.
We making some changes.
I was just thinking that on the way over here. I'm like, you know what? A lot of negativity is attached to it because it is what it is. It has taken people in my family, people that y'all probably know also, and it affected us in so many negative ways. But I thought about what it did for what this time, not COVID, but what this time in my house has done for me.
Yeah.
I get up at 4:30 a.m., 4:15 a.m., leave out the house by 5:30, get to work by 7, get off at 3:30, don't get home till 5:30. I'm tired, James get in the house, and I'm up till about 11, and then I do it all over again 3 or 4 times a week. And so Jamie's got her practices, and James got his job, and it's just, we do things together, but everything we do was so rushed. You know what I mean? And me as a wife and a mother, to have to come home late after working, and granted, I just work part-time now. which is a blessing. But those 3 days a week that I'm working, those 8 hours a day, seems like I'm full time.
Right.
So when I get home, I'm like tired. I go to bed at 11. Got to get up at 4:15 again. Last thing I want to do is look in his face, for you know what, and I mean, it's just. So when you think of all this time I've had to be with my family, my 17-year-old, she was 16 when we started staying home, but she has talked to me more now. It was like when she was 6, mommy this and mommy that. I'm like, do I really want to know her that well?
Right.
But God blessed me. I'm thinking people are dying for their kids to talk to them.
Yes, yes.
And my teenager is telling me everything, and I'm spending so much time with her boyfriend, and still make him a little uncomfortable, but he's used to it, you know what I mean? But he's just, her boyfriend has gotten so close to James, he's already told us James is like his father.
He would be like my father too.
Right.
But that is so powerful because as you're saying, with this, we kind of got set up where a lot of people's like, oh man, this is crazy, this and that. But when you sit back and you start to think about the common sense of it. The common sense of it is God.
Right.
God is showing who's in control. Everybody's running around and doing this and doing that. We got people talking about this ain't going to happen and that's going to happen. They don't know really what's going to happen. God is the one that's setting the pattern. But I can tell you what I do know. God wanted all our attention.
That's right.
And He wanted us to start to understand how important family is and those things that we take for granted.
And it's restoring marriages, it's restoring relationships between mothers and daughters and brothers and sisters and husbands. I mean, it's just restoring relationships, but you have to be allowed to allow it to happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to really dig in there and say, you know what, am I going to fuss about being in the house so much? Or am I going to take advantage of some of the things I wanted to do when I had to go out there and slave every day?
Right.
Now, I mean, a lot of people aren't getting paid, but I can speak for myself. I was getting paid every day. So why was I all irritated because I'm spending so much time in the house? Isn't this what you wanted? Get some rest, make love to your husband, talk to your daughter, spend some time with your grandkids, do all the things that you said you would do and restore these relationships. Not that our relationships were bad, but it's just that we got a chance to really learn each other all over again.
Yes.
We took our partners for granted.
Right.
Yes.
We took everybody in our family for granted.
Come on.
That's think about all these phone calls. My mother calls me every day, but I don't get to talk to her every day because I'm at work. But when she called me now, I'm just, oh, come on, Janet, just calling her by her first name, having her, get on me and just learning who my mother is again.
Yeah.
Building relationships.
Because I can't go see her because she's, older, so I don't want to get her sick.
Right.
But I've talked to her so much that I've learned some things about her that I've been in this world 55 years and I didn't know.
Yeah. Right.
Just because I had the time to slow down.
That's right.
And I was forced to slow down.
Yeah.
And just talk.
You humbled all of us and took us back to basics.
Right.
Come on. Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of like put the brakes on.
Yeah.
Okay, walk.
Right. Yeah.
Get out the car and walk.
Yeah,
Right.
We was on the bus. We weren't doing nothing where we were really kind of like really paying attention to the things that we were taking for granted. But I had to, even with my wife, this was something, right? So after the first 2 months, right? So I'm talking a month, if we remember, everybody was shut down.
Right.
So it got to the point, now let me tell you, I ain't the easiest person to get along with. I can tell you.
Did you just make a look?
What?
Hey James, we you know. So a couple times. A couple times I realized that my wife was, she was telling me to do this and this and that. Now, so I got to go back to say this. So when I first met her, right, writing her poems, buying her things, she could say, go get me some ice cream, how to walk 3 miles.
Come on now.
Okay? I'm talking about never saying anything mean to her because what I wanted was that I wanted her total submission to me, right? So James, how what we do. Well, everything is necessary for us to do, we do it, and we then to get what we want.
Putting that best foot forward.
Putting the best foot forward. So this is what I realized. Now, before the COVID, she'd say, babe, could you go down and get some water? I say, sure, I'm not getting out of no bed to go get no water. You go get it.
Be real, come on.
Come on, right? And then she'll look at me And then I think about it. Oh, I might want a little bit tonight. I gotta get up and go get it. Now, but I'm keeping it real, right?
Yes.
So what I do is I go get the water because I want her affection.
Right.
But when I first met her, I got the water
Right.
just because I wanted her to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yes.
during COVID, I started to realize when she asked me to get up, get your butt up and go get it.
Come on now.
Remember how you got her,
That's
Right.
right.
because that's how you're going to keep her.
Let me tell you, I'm glad you said that. Because there are a lot of people that I talk to, couples, and singles also. And I heard a young man say, he was in his 30s, and he said, you know, she's not doing what she used to do, and you know, that's why I stepped down on it, and I want to do this and I want to do that because she's just not affectionate like she used to be. And I let him talk, and I said, okay, maybe she's not. But what were you doing? Because the last time I checked, my dad used to tell me that the man was mostly responsible for the romance because she is emotionally attached to the romantic feeling and you doing it for other reasons.
Right.
So all the things that you did, what did you stop doing? Because the things that you were doing made her feel a certain way.
Right.
And the things that you were doing didn't really cost you anything. And if you think about it for real, you need to stop complaining about what she's not doing. Do what God wants you to do. If that's your wife, he's first, she always gonna be second.
Mm-hmm.
Get up off your butt and go get her a $1 flower from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
do something. I
Yeah.
promise you, out of GP, if she come home from work tired, the fact that that flower is laying on the kitchen counter, she gonna do it off of GP.
Yes.
Or at least give you a reason. I don't feel good now, but in the middle of the night, I'll hook you up.
Yes.
You know, you just never know.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to think about, you're doing all of this and you're not doing all of this and you're complaining
Right.
what she's not doing. What is it that you're not doing?
Yeah. One of the things that I started to realize even with myself, that a lot of times what we do is we try to look for excuses. We look for excuses to try to change how we do things. And so with me, I would, and I would just try to find out. I'm not going in the rearview mirror. I'm not going in the rearview mirror. I'm staying forward. Okay.
You can
So-
glance back if you want.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
need
glancing.
to know all of
But what I realize is this. See, I don't wait for Valentine's Day to get her flowers. I buy. You know, she let me go buy some things the other day, right? I asked her, said, "Babe, can I go get me a couple outfits?" She was like, "Yeah, go ahead." You know, didn't ask for nothing. She wasn't saying anything. And so while she's holding the bag to stand in line, then I take off and I do my roll-ins. You know what I do? I go right in the ladies' department and I start picking out what I want to see my wife in.
Come on now.
Right? And she was like, "Babe," I said, "You like this?" She was like, "Yeah." Okay, put it in the bag. I go back over there. So I'm looking at what I like. Also, what I start to learn is that when I see something that is on another woman that attracts me, I put it on my woman. See, I was in Georgetown one time, and I saw this lady. She had on these white jeans. She was all white, you know, all white outfit, right? And I was with some fellas. And I was like, God, dang. And the dude, all of us was like, damn. And they was like, bruh. I said, hold on. I gotta go do something. They said, what you doing? I said, I'm gonna get them jeans. They thought I was talking about going to get her. I went in the store and brought my wife some jeans
Come on
on.
now.
And they was like, dude, you going to buy? I said, dude, I'm going to put my wife in them. Because here, you know, so when I'm talking about the state of mind and what we are, this is what we have to do. And we got to remember, how you got them is how you going to keep them.
Right.
And, you know, something else where people got to remember, this applies to also in your relationship, what is, how do you say, what is junk to one person?
Trash and treasure.
Come on, right? So when you think she junk, homeboy down the corner down there thinks she a treasure.
Your
You
friend.
know what?
Hey, what you say, Tracy? Hey,
Your friend.
hey, come on.
I will never forget a lady telling me, it was when me and James had first got married, and an older lady, and she meant no harm. She meant to help me. I was mad at him about something, and she said, honey, let me tell you something. She said, you better go on and take care of him, because, you know, it's hard to get a good man like that, and he took you in with all your baggage and da-da-da-da-da, you know, your kids and all the stuff. And I said, you know what? I feel where you coming from. But, and I don't mean no disrespect, but I need to impart some wisdom on you right now. And she listened because she knew I didn't mean any disrespect. But I said, you know, he's a good dude. That's true. But when he's wrong, and I'm gonna tell him he's wrong because that's about his respect for me and my respect for me.
Come on.
Another thing, I am blessed to have a man come into my life and take on me and 3 kids. One that was a newborn, 2 months. That's a blessing. But if we counting blessings, I'm one. My 3 kids make it 4.
That's right.
We are blessing the heck out of his life.
That's right.
Because it is not, my kids will never be baggage. Not ever. He has the privilege of helping me raise them. If God blessed me with something, you think I'm gonna call it baggage? I'm not gonna call it baggage. I'm not gonna let you call him baggage, and he's not gonna see him as baggage, or he's the baggage.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just had to let her know, yeah, be respectful and be grateful that you have a good person in your life. But don't ever think that that's where the blessing started and stopped. Because I birthed them kids into the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm trusting, God trusted them with me, and I'm trusting him to help me raise them.
Well, as a man, I used to have this, and I still have this issue sometimes because all the kids are called mommy, right? They call mommy to talk to her. They don't call me. But when they want something, you know, then they call me. And I get in my feelings. And I'll be like, yo, what about me? But then an older person told me the same thing almost. Told me, you didn't carry. It's a difference. See, when mommy talked to them, it's different than daddy. When daddy talked to him, they can ride his back. They can go in his pocket. They can do these things. But outside of that, you know, we got to know our position. So I was in my feelings. I want to take time, really, first of all, I didn't really do a shout out to all the birthday people. So, it's Real Talk Live with Rodney Grimes. I'm trying to tell you, it happens. It do. You know, and it's just funny. This is so funny how some things happen, but that is what it is. So where was I? Was talking about, first of all, I just wanted to say shout out to everybody this birthday day. Happy birthday to you.
Birthday.
You know, also, but I got something that's real special that I got to talk about. So I have a couple that I hang out with, right? It's a married couple. Their name is Desi, Queen Desi, and King Troy. All right. And the reason why I give them that, they're like really best friends and couple. You know, they are an amazing set of people. When we talking about marriage, I watch them. Marriage is a state of mind. It is not a contract. It's not a commitment because you giving me sex, I'm giving you sex. It's a partnership in becoming as one. That's one of the things, and I'm going to go back to speak on that I saw with you and your husband too. That's what I saw with y'all. That's why I told you I paid attention. That's why I kept wanting y'all. James, I promise you, I want to sit down with you and have it where we're going to talk man. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be a little different.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to be able to talk from our perspective on how we see it and how it tastes in our mouth.
Right.
But I wanted to just say to Troy, who's a very, he's younger than me, but he a big dude like you. And I don't know why I always get around big brothers, man. I'm trying to tell you. But you know why I do that? Because then ain't nobody gonna bother me, right? Because I'll be like, Troy! no. Troy, he's just an amazing guy. He's a God-fearing man first, and he loves his wife, and what he does is he does unconditionally. And when we watch how they navigate together, today is their anniversary, so that's what I'm talking about them. Happy anniversary to them.
We love you.
Yeah, and they still newlyweds. They ain't broke 5 years yet.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, so you know he's still sweating when he see her sometimes. He's like, woohoo! Oh shit, that's mine. Yeah, you know. But you know what? I can tell you something, Troy. I've been with Zena 15 years. We have been married 5, I got that right, babe, didn't
Yeah,
I?
right.
Okay, all right. And I
You're
still,
good. I still can't get it right.
yeah, I still sweat when I see it sometimes.
I think I
Sometimes I'm
sang
like,
all of
woo.
them.
So, happy anniversary to
Happy
you, Troy.
anniversary.
Also, okay, we've had some people jumped in there. Hey, Gerald, I think you're back in South Carolina. Yes, you are, my brother. Peace and blessings to you. I love you, my man. I know I promised we was going to hook up this weekend. I got hooked up with my mom and was handling my business, but we'll talk, I promise you. And I appreciate that phone call that you gave me Friday. It was amazing. The message, I received it, and I just appreciate it so much. Kim Wilson, hello, love. How you doing? Peace and blessings to you. Mwah. Felicia, Feely, how you doing, sweetheart? Always, I receive the messages in the morning. Please keep them coming. God is good. I'm just so excited. Let's see. Yep, it's happy anniversary. That's right, Rachel. The godmother sending happy anniversary out to Troy and Desi. And we love you, brother Rodney and sister Grimes. Yeah, don't say her name. That's right, call her Sister Grimes. I know that's right. But no, I'm just messing with you. And Prophet Katrina, what's the cash app to sold this studio? Oh, we get ready to put that in there. That's the other thing that we also are, man, let me tell you something. How God is so powerful. I just give him praise. I got to the point now when I say that, I have to take a deep breath. Because I feel him all on me.
Amen.
I feel him how he's changing me. And so, changing me to a point where I know I have a mission. And so what I do, when you see the Cash App, hey, sow into our journey. Sow into it. It's not, let me tell you something. I got to keep the lights on because it's the studio. We got it right here. I realized something that God said. He said, go ahead and move forward and I will provide.
Amen.
Now, providing is all of us when we come together and support one another. So when we put that Cash App out there, believe me, I don't care if it's $5, $10, or whatever. You know, please donate. You know, that's what it is, a donation. And believe this, as you see, each time the show is getting better and better, I'm having individuals who is going to be some very, very serious powerhouses. I got some stuff that's getting ready to go on in a couple of weeks that I'm going to be talking to. Actually, y'all are part of this. I'm going to be talking to you about it. I got some real powerful that we getting ready to start changing some people's lives. I tell you, God is amazing.
Yes,
so, Troy said, thank you, PTP, Lady Z, and guests for the anniversary shout out.
You're welcome.
Hey, we love you, my brother. You are, again, an example of, you know, a good man. And I take my hat off to you, my brother. I'm going to take it off today because I need a haircut. But it is what it is. But, you know, and so we just give honor and glory. So let's get back to Kimm. So now, I want to talk about something that's I know it's an honor today that we want to honor the life of your daughter.
Thank you.
So I actually put that out there, and I wanted to put it on the flyer, but sometimes you want to get permission. And I was doing that last night, and I was kind of like, you know what, be a little cautious. So then when I saw that you had put that out there, then I was like, okay. So then I kind of wrote it in, you know, in a piece. But it is about celebrating.
That's right.
And so how with you and James, is it each time? Does it, you know? Just tell me how do you manage to stay so positive and moving forward?
Well, for me, I feel like, you know, for a long time, I wouldn't cry in front of my kids. I try not to cry in front of James. I go in the closet, I go wherever. But then, you know, I started getting counseling. You know, a lot of minorities feel like we can't go to counseling. They feel like it's weak, you know, but I was weak and I needed to go. So I learned that let it flow, let it come out, even in front of your kids, because Jamie being a teenager and my other daughters being adults, they're watching me. Mm-hmm. They're watching me. Mm-hmm. And they're going to grieve and handle pain the way I do. Right. And they're going to feel like I should have this. But it's not. I don't want them to be able to do that. So I just learned that when I'm down, and I just have to cry it out and let it go through me, and then experience as much happiness as I can. And when I do get happy, I let that stretch, and I don't let myself feel guilty for being happy. It's thinking about the type of person that Kimmie was. You know, she was a spitfire. She was short like me. We look almost identical, same big head, everything, you know. And would she appreciate me always feeling down and distraught? She understands that I love her, yeah. But I need to live my life. If they're gonna live their lives and not hold on to something they can't do nothing about, I'm damaging them if I show them that's the way to grieve. So I just feel like as long as I'm happy, stretch it out. When I feel having a down moment, feel it. Just feel it. I can be happy right now and be on the floor in 5 minutes. I'm going to feel it. And I'm not going to be ashamed for feeling it because that was my child. And I don't want them to feel that way. So I had to, you know, let all of them know, look, James, you don't have to, like, he was trying to be strong for me and everybody, you know, to the point that he wasn't grieving. He was throwing himself into work and all of this stuff. And so we all had to just decide that, look, what we're going to do every August 2nd, which is her birthday, this past August 2nd, she would have been 21. And today is the 5th year. I'm not calling it really an anniversary of her passing, but when she crossed over, and we just decided we're going to do something positive. Every birthday, and something positive every September 21st. We're not lighting candles. We're not releasing doves and balloons and all that. That's like having another memorial.
Yeah, come on.
And I don't want to do that.
Come on.
Because the day she left is not an anniversary. That was the worst day of my life.
Come on.
So now I have to honor. If I'm gonna honor God, and if I'm gonna honor the life that she lived, and if I'm gonna live a life that is worth honoring for myself, I have to show my kids and show my husband that I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with not being able to change the fact that she's gone. It don't mean that I like it. It don't mean that I'm not still pissed off about it. It just means that it's time for me to live my life.
If you don't mind, for people that don't know, could you tell us what happened?
She, the medical examiner still doesn't know why she passed. She stopped breathing. Her throat closed up one day. Just started closing while me and my daughter and Jamie were at home. Jamie was 12 at the time. Kimmie had just turned 16. She just came in the house and said, "Mom, my throat hurts." And I gave her Benadryl, and she had had asthma off and on throughout her life, but for the last 4 years of her life, she hadn't had any asthma attacks because I would, you know, I do a lot of natural herbs and supplements and stuff, and she was as healthy as she can be. Healthy as she can be. No alcohol, no drugs in her system, nothing. It just happened, and we gave her CPR, we called the ambulance, we did everything. But, and that's how I know for a fact that what happened was supposed to happen.
Oh yeah, God just blessed her in your life for that period of time.
Because I thought about it, and it just, I thought of it a couple of years ago. I told Jamie, a couple of their friends got into a car accident, and then there was another car accident. Now, in both of those car accidents, kids died. And I thought, I used to be so mad, not hate God, but be pissed with him that me and Jamie had to be the ones there to really watch her life go out, you know. I was so angry, and Jamie was angry. And she's like her dad, she was laid back, she just don't say it, but you know it's there, you know. And so I thought about when those kids got in accidents, and I told Jamie, I said, you know what, Jamie? Both of those accidents, at least one of those kids yelled out for their mother, and their mother wasn't there. At least one of those mothers is enraged because she wasn't there to try to help her baby.
Yeah.
She wasn't there to witness, or, you know, not that she wanted to see her death, but she wasn't there.
Right.
And a mother's love is something crazy.
Come on now.
You know, she wasn't there. And I said, God blessed us.
Yes.
I said, Jamie, think about it. You were the youngest. Kimmie has been in your life since the day you were born. Yeah, your two older sisters too, but Kimmie's the one that hadn't went off to college yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kimmie's been there every day of your life. And I was there every day of Kimmie's life. Who better to be there than us two?
Right.
Because when she called out to me, she knew that I would do everything in my power. It wasn't a doubt in her mind.
Come on
and she knew you idolized her.
Yeah.
And she was a Leo, so she loved that, you know? So she knew that her baby sister was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie, she's big, tall like her dad, and she carried Kamari.
Mm-hmm.
When Kamari fell, she caught Kamari, made sure her head didn't hit that floor.
Mm-hmm.
So who better to be there but us?
That's right.
So God blessed me.
Yes.
Where,
To be
where,
there.
where were you at, Jane?
I was in the gym,
In
and can you hear me?
the, yeah.
So I was in the gym, and so I vividly remember that day because I left out to go to the gym about 5:30 like I normally do. And before I left out, I stopped in her room and I said, "What do you want me to pick you up from to get something to eat?" Because normally when I leave the gym, I'll call the house and I say, "Okay, I'm leaving the gym. You know, y'all want to pick up something for dinner?" And she said, "No, I'm okay." And I said, "You okay?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "I don't feel too well." I said, "Well, you know what? I'll take you to the doctor tomorrow." Went to the gym had to be about 30, 40 minutes later. I got a friend that called to come home. So I left, the gym's like 5 minutes from the house. So I sped home. I saw the police and the ambulance at the house or whatever, and I saw them working on her, and you know, it was like a surreal moment. Just, I think I was in shock. And but when we got to the hospital, see, ironically, I literally lost my mother probably like 3 months earlier, or so, a few months earlier. So when she got to the hospital and I started seeing certain things, I knew she was gone. So it hurt because Kamari was literally like my best friend. Without her, there wouldn't be a Reed family because, you know, Kimm and I got together. I was 24 years old, and Kamari was 2 months old when I came in her life. And I remember, you know, I basically, you know, I raised her from an infant, and I made a promise to myself. I said, you know, no other man is going to raise my child, because she was my child, and that forced me to basically settle down, get myself together, focus on, you know, what I need to be as a father, and at the time potentially be a husband. So she helped mold me into the man I am today. And so like Kimm said, like for the first 2 years after she passed, I didn't grieve. Like literally after she passed, you know, I jumped right into making a funeral arrangements with some of the family members. Her cousin Chrissy was very, very helpful for that. Our friend Joy and countless other family members. I don't want to leave anybody up, but the entire family helped us out. And I jumped into that. I went back to work. I was in the gym a couple hours a day. Like I was doing everything to keep my mind off of it. And so I spoke at the funeral and I said, I need everyone to check on us after the funeral, because after all this calmed down and when the house is quiet, that's when it hits you. And you know, I remember times like I would literally go to work, because I work maybe like 5 or 10 minutes from the house. So I would come home and check on her, and she'd be on the floor crying, bawling, and there's nothing I can do for her. And so I held everything in. Our other daughters had, you know, obviously times where they were very upset. So it took about 2 years for them to. So when you have a death like that, you never get over it. You just learn how to deal with it.
Right. So
it took about 2 years for them to learn how to deal with it. And then when Kimm finally went back to work, but she was off work for over a year. When she finally went back to work, I felt like, okay, she's in a place now where I feel comfortable. She can function day to day. Of course, you're gonna have, you know, breakdowns and things like that. But I felt good that I felt relieved that it's going to be okay. And at that point, that's when I began to grieve. This particular day, I really don't feel any emotion on this particular day. It's her birthday that always gets me. The birthday is the day that is more emotional for me. This birthday, I was fine. But I remember last birthday, I like cried in the shower. I was taking a shower and just started crying.
Yeah.
You know, so it's you know, it's a process, and like I tell everybody, like we are very well known in the Waldorf area. So if I go places, people say like, "Oh, you're Kamari's dad," Or we go to a restaurant. Some of her friends work there, like, hey, you know, I just thought about Kamari. Or in my office, I have like a picture of her, and when I bring clients in, and they see, oh, that was your daughter? Oh, I used to follow her on YouTube and Instagram. Man, she could sing. So it's just like, you know, so it's something you just deal with. And like I told somebody, you know, you never really get over it. You just know how to deal with the pain. You just go forward.
That is again. So we talking about people who may take life for granted, take moments for granted. For you just said that it wasn't nothing wrong with your child, and here all of a sudden this happens. And so let me tell you something. I can't even imagine. So I don't tell nobody I know how you feel, because I don't. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When my daughters, I'm gonna keep it real. So Tay, I love you, right? So I'm mad at my daughter Tay, because I wanted to be her hero. Okay, and when my girls, I got two daughters, one biological and one that's my daughter by marriage. The funniest thing that both of my girls are just like me. Mm-hmm. You would believe that my stepdaughter, or and I don't even like using that, right? Because she's stubborn like me. Everything. You know, and so just when they do something that small, I'm mad. I'm hurt in the stomach. I can't even imagine losing them. So that's why I had to just come out just now, because you know, I'm a very sensitive type dude, right? Bust you in the head with a bat and go in the bathroom and cry that did it. You know, that's me. I mean, but for y'all, you know, and I'm just listening, and it was funny the reason why I was watching James when you were talking, right? So I'm looking at y'all connection, because actually both of y'all eyes went to a different level. The same. I was watching you talk about it, and I was watching him. I am a very observant person when I just watch people.
I almost stopped you and didn't want her to talk about it, because I don't like her talking about it, because it takes her to an emotional place that it concerns me. So I mean, for the sake of the show, you know, I didn't say anything, but there are times when we be out in the store or in the mall, and somebody said, well, how did she die? And I stopped saying, no, we ain't talking about that. You know, there's no need to talk about it. I mean, this is a special,
prepared.
Yeah, this is a special event, but you know, if you walk up, so how you know, don't ask me how my daughter died. You know, it's not. I mean, I'm not saying it's none of your business, but that's something that you just don't talk to a person about. You know what I mean? If she volunteers the information, that's one thing. So I'm very protective when it comes to that. So I was watching her emotions, and I can tell in her voice reflection, and I know her eyes. I knew where it was going. So I'm glad that you like kind of stopped it where it went.
And you know what? This is so funny. So I saw that connection, and that's what I'm talking about when you become as one. Okay, that's where we're going. I understand and see. I'm sure you have God be working too. Everything that's going on right now is God trying to teach us something. He's trying. It's a message in every process of where we're at. And we as individuals have to take and see it and be aware. You know, so again, what I told y'all, you know, I watch y'all as a couple. I watch how y'all, you know, different things. I sometimes I was looking at it and I was like, damn, they look like they had so much fun. And then let me tell you something. I get, my wife didn't even know this. I used to sit and watch y'all videos when y'all be having dinner and stuff and being there.
We don't have any sense, though.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, Kimm is off the chain. She will do something just out of the blue crazy, right?
I have to.
And I'll be like, you know what? That's what I loved about just life itself when you're living. Yeah. You know, and that's what we got to continue to do. This is Real Talk Live with Rodney Grimes. People to people, power to power, positive people. For everybody that just tuned in, my guest today is Miss Kimm. She is not only just an author, but she's a relationship motivator. We also have her husband James on the other side. I have a chair that he can sit in, so he's sitting over on the other side over there. But I hope James don't be mad because I keep messing with him. You know,
he's used to that.
Yeah, he a big brother. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, the next time, like when he come in here, and I have him sit right there, I'm gonna give you one of them chairs. I'm gonna be sitting up like this, right? You know, so you know, I'm gonna make sure that you know he'll be over there. You know, but on the real, God is good. I just want to say, so what we got, Katrina said, everyone please pledge something to pay a little at a time. I pledge, I will pay my first payment tonight. Yo, sow into this vineyard, please. Don't matter the amount, we are building. And let me tell you something. That again, so this is Tracy. I hope Tracy don't mind. Zena, you're going to get used to me when I do this, because sometimes Zena will be saying to me, I don't ever know what he going to say. So I called Tracy the other day. I needed to go pick up something. Okay? And I called her. And I'm just so blessed to be around people that are God-filled, are just good of spirit. And not only did she get up, and I hope I don't get in no trouble, it was her husband's birthday. Her husband's birthday. And look, me and my wife, the first time we talked, we gonna get there to go? But now I see James got that big vehicle out there. I can call James next time. So I said, who I'm gonna be able to get to go get this picture? And then Zena said, why don't you ask Tracy? And I said, yeah. But then I realized it was your husband's birthday. So I was a little reluctant. And then when I called you, it was like this. But let me show you how God is working. So we're on our way back. And she speaks about sowing into this. I still don't know where it was coming from or whatever. She just told me. I didn't even know how to receive it. Other than the fact that she said, you can get the money or you want me to get some product. I said, get the product. Because that's what this is about. We're about building. And I had to bring that up because Trina just said that. This is what we're doing. So I just tell people when we're talking about pledging and sending money to the Cash App, I don't care if it's $5, $10. Believe me, what's getting ready to happen in a couple of months is going to blow your mind. See, because God gave me another vision today. I'm so I feel I'm about biggest James for real. I'm trying to tell you. That's how I'm feeling. And so when we say this, I'm not begging for you. I'm not telling you that you got to tithe into me, because you tithing. I don't think that it's a finance thing. I think tithing is doing anything from your heart. Right. I believe that. Right. And I'm gonna take a moment to say something else that I say God put in my spirit to say that I got to say this too. Before I get off track, but we put the cash out. You can put the cash back out. Put just every now and then put it back out there, because you know what, we are claiming victory, and we claiming where we going, and it's a lot of work to be done. Okay, and we got to do it together.
That's right. So
when y'all see that on there, you're not buying me no shoes. My wife do that. Okay, you ain't buying me no sweatsuits. My wife do that. Okay. You ain't got to be putting no groceries in my house because Tracy be bringing us something. Hey, I keep it real. It's real talk. I got Miss Kimm in the house. I'm trying to tell you, this is a motivational speaker in everything that she does. Your energy alone just inspires me. What caused you to be like that? What is it that you get out of it motivating people? Because I listen to you talk about relationship and you be hitting it right on the head.
I think because growing up I saw a lot of relationships broken in my family, around my family, and there were only maybe 3 men that stayed. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like my mother, but just with different people. Right. My mother too, but with different people. And I looked at the qualities in those men. Mm-hmm. And I thought, my father, the man that raised me, Bill Evans, he said to me when I got married the first time, he said, a man needs to treat you a certain way, and if you don't figure out how you want to be treated before you get into that relationship, then he's going to treat you how he wants to treat you. And it's either going to be because he's too young and don't know, or he just hasn't been taught, or he's just a butthole, or whatever the reason is, he's going to go based on what he knows. And not based on what you're going to present to him, and teach him. And I didn't get it then because I was in my 20s. So I got married and we went through the motions and I got divorced. And then I did it again. And then I did it again. And then I thought, you know what? there was this girl, she said, what is this getting these men to marry you? I can't get one person to marry me. How'd you get 3? And this is before James came, and I was like, what kind of question is that? I don't know. I mean, I just didn't know, and I thought about it. One thing, I'm not asking nobody to marry me. I'm not, as soon as I meet somebody, I'm not, first of all, telling them all my business. He don't need to know about all my baby mama, baby daddy drama and everything that's going on in my family. I'm allowing them to talk, because men like to talk like we do. They like to talk just as much as we don't give them a chance to do that. But I'm not begging anybody to marry me. I'm showing them that my father taught me to stand on my own 2 feet.
Yeah.
And so did my other stepfather. And then when I met my real father, and so did he. And I thought, wait a minute, it's got to be something in this, why people are just really having these broken relationships and still can't figure out why. Let me figure out why mine broke. You know what I mean? So I figured, you know what, just because people are asking to marry you don't mean you got to marry them. That's number one. When you want to get married, you don't have to blast it, 2 months into the relationship. Now, if you're having a conversation saying, okay, well, this is what I want to like, I hope to date to get married, then leave it alone. And then just, so I figured if I can give some type of insight to what I went through in all 3 of those relationships, and not just talk about what the men did, because it's not always about what they did to me, it's how I handled what they did to me.
Right.
If I chose to heal before I got into the next relationship. And I wanted to show people, look, before you jump to another relationship, work on healing from the first one. Not that you're taking it out on this man, but work on the healing process, because it's things that you're not healed from before you get into each relationship. Even before you start dating, it's stuff that happened in your childhood. You may, like I saw, I didn't know that I didn't learn that I had another father until I was 15. I learned that the man that raised me was not my dad. I learned who my dad was. And so I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna start picking these kind of dudes. I didn't say that to myself then, but and that's what I started doing. So I'm like, okay, what can I do to help change other young women from going through the things that I went through, as far as how my thought process, why I picked certain boyfriends, or why I dated certain people, or why I cheated on a husband, or why I let him cheat on me and get away with it, or just all these things. Put all this stuff together, start doing something about it from your perspective, start straightening your stuff out, and just start showing them that it doesn't have to be this way.
That's right.
It doesn't have to be that he's just a butthole. He didn't learn how not to be a butthole.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? And that's not giving him an excuse to treat you that way, because he still know right from wrong. But let's start teaching, not just the women, let's teach the men. So now all these guys used to come to me, Miss Kimmie, what about this? And then older guys, Miss Kimmie, what about? I'm like, why are they asking me these questions? What am I supposed to do? I have been married and divorced. I'm clearly not doing something right. But then I thought about it. The men are asking me for their reasons, and women are asking me for other reasons. So I had to put that together. Men want to know, what are you doing to get men to want to marry you? Women want to know the same question, but they want to know how to do it. I'm like, it's no thing. It's just, don't put all your business on the table, because if you think about it, men only tell you what they want you to know.
Yeah.
Women, on the other hand, is all laid out.
My mother.
Most men.
You're right. But one thing my mother told me, she said, one thing though, be careful, be able to take care of yourself or whatever, because sometimes a woman will carry some of her deepest secrets to her grave.
Yes, she
Because a
will.
woman will know what not to tell that man.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
mature woman.
Yeah.
Right, a mature, right.
One that
Yeah.
has sense,
So
right.
one that got sense to know,
Right.
okay, yo, I slept with his cousin Nate. I ain't gonna tell him that,
Right.
you know. But that was years ago. You know, I'm just saying. Okay, let's go to the board here. Lynn Nelson said, there's a reason your mate loves your children as their own. I do not use step word because we are whole people.
Come on.
If you not a team player, you cannot be on my team. Hey,
right.
first of all, I know that's for sure.
That's right, Lil Feet.
Hey, Lil Feet do not play. But It says, oh, hey, welcome, Barney. How you doing, my love? Mwah. God has prepared both of you for your greater glory. Real talk. Mr. and Mrs. James, thanks a lot for sharing.
Oh,
That's from
thank you.
Katrina, Prophet
Bless
Katrina.
your heart.
Kimm says, doing my pledge now, much love. I appreciate, hey, we truly appreciate everybody that pledged. Please understand that it's necessary because y'all going to see. I'm just telling you, I already received it. I don't have to explain anything. All I can just do is just keep following the pattern. Because let me tell you something. One of my oldest son called me last week. Oh man, I just thank you. Sometimes I have to stop and say, God, just thank you, Lord. I praise you. Come on now. Because what happened is my son called and he said, Dad, I am so proud of you. He said, I see you growing. He's told me that. My 40-year-old son. He told his daddy that. I felt like a little kid. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my son he proud of me. And I'm proud that he's proud of me. And so,
oh, you gonna make me cry?
no, I'm trying to tell you, it is so powerful. It's so powerful that one of the things that I'm getting so excited about is becoming the king that I'm supposed to be and doing my duty as a man and just walking the ground where God is first and telling me, he talking to me, and I ain't got to go to church to get this information. I wanted to say that. He led me up to this point. Let me tell you something. You don't have to be in the church. And when I say a church, the church is your body. So understand, I should say in a building. You don't have to be in a building to go in there to understand that God got a message and a journey for you. What you have to do is you have to start to build your relationship spiritually with him and get where a point that you understand what your mission is. That's what's happening to me. He's starting to reveal to me. That's why my son called me and told me, said, Dad, I see you changing because I am accepting my journey. I am in a position, like I said, I ain't looking in the real view mirror, that little window. I peep over there, but I see the big picture now. I'm on my way. I'm trying to tell you, this is what's happening. I'm telling y'all, COVID-19, move to the side because there's a spiritual warfare going on, and we are warriors getting ready to get down. I'm talking a little loud because I got a warrior sitting in the other room over there that I'm bringing back on the 30th. I got somebody for you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you, this boy touched me a few days ago and changed me. He scared me. And I'm going to tell you something. I pay attention. Y'all better pay attention too because God got something for all of us. Don't let me get to starting to sound like a preacher up in here because I'm not a preacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a motivational speaker. That's what I'm telling you. I'm a motivational speaker talking about God and what he's doing to change me and he's moving in my life. Come on now. We sow into the vineyard because only seeds grow.
Come on now.
Let me tell you, that's what we do. That's what, Kimm, you've been doing. You've been planting seeds different places. I'm not joking when I said that. I am not a soft dude, not even a little tiny bit. I'm going to tell you something. You sowed a seed in me. I told you that, and I meant that. That's why I was asking you before. You remember, I done sent you several messages. I wanted to tell you that because, James, bro, I feel blessed to be able to shake your hand, brother, because you're a good dude, okay? Keep handling your business. You're a warrior, and so am I. And that's what we got to do as warriors. We got to stand our grounds. You feel me?
Appreciate that.
You know, we walk with our pants up, okay?
Right.
We walk with our head up, you know, and we got a purpose. And see what's happening now in this time right now, God is calling all of us to the forefront. I'm trying to tell you, he got us putting anything. You know how the Africans are start to get in their stuff and start to hit that thing? That's what's happening right now. We starting to do that. We starting to say, you know what? We are coming. Y'all better watch out. I'm talking all the drugs, we're kicking them to the curb. All this deceit, we're kicking it to the curb. All these people that's out here talking all that crazy, we're kicking it to the curb. I'm trying to tell you what I know. I'm telling you. All I'm looking at right now is what God is doing for me. And I'm going to tell you something. It ain't just me. It's us. Okay? I told you, this program is not just about me. It ain't just about you. It's about us. We are on a mission. Come on now, I got to take a drink on this.
It's enough for everybody. It's enough for everybody.
Oh my goodness, God is good.
My father that raised, Patricia Ward said, my father that raised me was not my biological father, but he was my father, not step. Oh, come on now.
Come on now.
My father, but my father. Many people know him Tom Bowser. Oh, come on now.
I like that. I love what she just said. We got to go back. Can we go back so you can read that one more time? My father that raised me, not my biological father, but he was my father, not my stepfather, my father. Many people knew him. Tom's about. Let me tell you something. That's what I had to tell my daughter, Tay. She didn't understand, and when we get a chance, we need to sit down, because I got to let her know something as I'm growing. She is my child, and I want her to know that I love her. I remember I prayed one time before my daughter Nika was born. I said I wanted a girl. Always wanted a girl. I love the female species. Now I'm learning how to respect them. Okay. Big difference. That's another show. When I had my first daughter, I wanted about 6 of them. Because when that one didn't talk to me, I could call the other one. And they would just come over there and hold on and say, Daddy, you know, the dude down the street did this, and I go get my baseball bat and go bust him in his head for messing with my baby. You feel me? Not that I want to be a violent man, but I just wanted to be their protector. I just wanted to feel my position. So now I got 2 girls, you know, and in that process, what I'm doing is I'm trying to now put myself in a better position. And I ain't going to take nothing away from the sons. I got my 4 boys, and I'm trying to tell you something. Believe it or not, I just move forward. I'm changing my life to show them by the example, not by conversation. They're going to see me do these things. We on a mission, okay? I see it. What we got right there? What is it? It says, God is about to blow your mind, Rodney. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what God has prepared for you, sir.
I agree.
I'm trying to tell you, you know something? I receive it, and I know that. That's why I called you, and that's why I called you Saturday morning. I tell you, when that young man touched me and told me that God was molding a diamond, he told me that. He came here and didn't really talk. And I'm going to tell you something that blew my mind, because he just, after I could get him to say something, just what he said. He said, well then, let me say what I came here to say.
Oh.
And I was looking at, what is that? And he started talking to me. And he started telling me how God is working with me and preparing me. And then all of a sudden, it was just one thing after another, one thing after another. And I was like, oh my God, I'm getting it. I'm finally getting it. So listen to me. Boy, man, God is, he working. I'm telling you, black folks. I'm telling you, white folks. I'm telling you, Hispanic folks. Y'all better watch what's going on right now. The spiritual warfare is affecting us all. And the real chosen people is getting ready to make some noise. And when I say that, that don't mean that you're not children of God. But God's chosen people is getting ready to start. Y'all gonna hear them coming. And when we coming, it's gonna be thunder. It's gonna be lightning. It's gonna be a rage. And it ain't gonna be us out there killing and stealing.
That's right.
It's gonna be praising God. Because we changing the way we doing things. I didn't want to go there, but I had to get that message out.
Let it go.
Come on, I had to let it go, and I had to get just share. But I gotta get back, because when I bring my guests in, sometimes I lose my focus. We talking about Miss Kimmie Kimm. She has the book. Marriage is easy. People are hard. Come on, how hard are people?
Me and Jane know. I mean, y'all see a lot of us playing and all that stuff on social media, but guess what? We people.
Right.
And we have the hard, just we done had some hard, you know, and some of it's out there in the public because we've shared it and everything, but I can tell you, and just like going back to like losing our daughter, I want people to know that that is the #1 thing. Not cheating, not financial. Losing a kid is the #1 thing. The #1 way the enemy will try to destroy your marriage.
Come on.
The #1 way. And had we not had people praying for us, had we not received those prayers and received advice and been open to, you know, listening to people talking, our marriage might be over.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I always pay attention. I pay attention to everything. I don't know if y'all paid attention to this, but is that necklace candy?
Yeah. I'm silly.
Hey, look. So, hey, James, I'm sitting over here, right? Hey, bro, back in the day, you used to get in trouble when you brought that joint in school, right? You put it either on your wrist or around your neck, so you can just pop it up there and bite a few off, and the teacher be looking at you. You know you ain't supposed to have candy in here, and you be like, this ain't candy, this is a necklace. And by the time the class is over,
you be like this.
you be like missing all the purples and stuff, right?
I was hoping I didn't start sweating.
No, but hey, I tell you, God is good. Hey, everybody that just tuned in, this is Real Talk with Rodney Grimes, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people, and I'm trying to tell you, people to people, that's me, you, and them. I'm trying to tell you that them are anybody that you want them to be. The power you possess, God, man, it's amazing. The power they possess is the power we can take and put together, and you know what? When we start putting that power together and we do it in a positive way, we become positive thinking people.
Yes.
I'm trying to tell you. So, okay, we got 6 comments. My wife is over there. She sent. Sometimes I think she just. I'm glad she ain't got a BB gun. She'll probably shoot it up. I'll be like, oh, okay. So Lynn said there are too many fatherless men without positive role models, so they have to work it out for themselves. There is known manuals.
There is no.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay. There is no manual to parenting or manhood. Wait a minute. It jumps.
It jumps when you don't read them.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's basically what she was saying. Is when you don't have a manual, they gotta figure it
Yeah,
out.
it's no manual to parenting or manhood or motherhood, and that's something else that that's what I'm telling you, everybody. We gotta get in our position. Stop being selfish. Stop being about just you, because you're supposed to help raise the kid across the street. If you remember the thing where it says it takes a village to raise a child. A lot of us have gotten to the point, that's why the kids are so out of control, because we done lost our position. We need more role models. James, we got to step our game up. I got Marvin over here that's 29 years old, right, Marvin? 29, right? And he has a father. Guess what? He got another one.
Yes, 3 now.
You know what? I can speak up on that because I've seen my husband. He gets on my nerves sometimes, but when it's time to brag on him, I'm here to do it.
That's right.
James has been, like I said, we got close to Jamie's boyfriend, and that's our last baby. So it's hard for him to let a boyfriend in. But he has been a father to this young man. And when I say a father, I mean the young man has said his name is Rashid, and I love him to pieces. The boy got manners. His mother raised him well. When I say well, I mean everything you want your daughter to marry is in this 17-year-old boy. And I sit now. I know we still can't leave them by themselves.
Right.
I'm not no fool. And
Right.
neither is he. But he looks at James as a father, and James has become very close with him, and so has my daughter Jasmine's husband Jeremy. So because Jeremy's like 30, right? He's 30 now, 30 or 31.
No, he's almost 30.
He almost.
29.
Ooh, me and my daughter like him.
So can I ask you a question? Are y'all over 50?
Well,
I'm 45.
Okay.
I'm over 50. I'm 55. We're 9.5 years apart. But he's more mature than I've ever been in my whole life. That closes the gap right there. I mean, seriously, that's the real.
Hey, Zena's 60-something, and I'm
Kid,
50-something.
you look so good. Gosh, girl, you look good.
God forgive me.
Speak the truth.
Okay.
She's a good.
No,
I am over 50.
I'm older than her.
I was going to say you don't look at
You
all.
said
She look younger than me, so it don't matter.
70 years.
Yeah,
I get that all the time.
I ain't got no
Yeah.
problem telling you.
So hey, the bad part about this, let me tell you something before the grade really start coming into. Okay, I know the messages. We can ready to get to them, but I gotta say that. Okay, baby, I'm gonna get the message. Okay, I'm sorry, but listen to this. What happened? One time we was riding somewhere, and the dude said, "Yo, man, can I holler at your daughter?" And I was like, "Yo, I ought to shoot you."
Oh.
This is my wife, ain't my daughter. I had to. She let it get to it. Okay.
Hey, when he called me at the hair at the what was it, the
Cleaners.
dry cleaners? We went to dry cleaners. I had a ponytail and some sweatshirt. She said, "Mr. Reed, you bought your daughter." I'm like, "Yeah, that's my daddy."
I know that's and you already know. And let me say, it said, okay, oh, my brother Rev Gotti. Oh my God. my brother. Hey, peace and blessings to you, Rev. Patricia Ward said, we are in the army of the Lord.
Come on now.
That is so true. That is so true. Look at God working. Hey, come on now. God, he you know what he did? He opened up that gate and he's starting to blow the horn. And he said, get y'all stuff together. Let's start to rounding us up. He calling us. He calling us into the vineyard. That's what Katrina called it, the vineyard. He's calling us. All the gifts that have been hidden for a long time, God is bringing us all to the front line.
Amen.
You know it. He is. He's calling us. I'm telling you, it is so powerful what's getting ready to happen and what is happening. Not saying get ready, it is happening. And it says, you are so right, Kimm. Respect and love yourself first before looking for love. Let me tell you, that's the other thing. You know what? That's what you got to do. If you can't love yourself, how you expect anybody else to love you?
That's right.
I'm going to say this, and I got to tell something my wife told me. When the Spirit hits you, there's nothing you can do but obey His word.
That's right.
That is what's going on in my life. The Spirit is all over me. I can't tell you everything because some things are just between me and God. But guess what? I'm not playing with Him. I'm just moving forward, doing what I got to do.
Right.
Come on now. And then what we got here? Julie said, I think that the key in any relationship is understanding yourself first.
Yes.
That determines who attract and what you expect versus
Yes, Judy.
accept.
Mhm.
Come on now. Rachel said, I love those candy necklaces, so where could I find them?
Dollar Tree Waldorf.
How about that? Patricia said, you are a vessel. God
A
is
village.
using...
Oh, no, you're right. My fault.
Yeah. Wait a minute, John.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, say, you are a vessel. God is using you. Keep on doing what He has for you to do.
Thank
I
you,
give him-
Patricia.
And let's see, it says, yes, take a village. Okay? And then it's, go down. Anima,
Oh, Naima.
awesome woman on the show. She is a light.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something.
I
She a
received
bomb.
it.
She a bonfire. She ain't just no light. Yo, I'm trying to tell you.
I've been called worse.
Floodgates are open. Hey, but you know something? I remember when me and my wife got together, and so check this out. And I gotta say this. I'm peeping it back in the rearview mirror just for a minute. This is my third time, my first marriage. Nothing wrong with the individuals who are the mothers of my children. Beautiful, beautiful people. But let me tell you something what happened with this woman. When she met me, she laid the rule down from the very beginning. She told me, you will not call me out my name. You will not point your finger at me. And what you're going to do is you're going to allow me to give you everything you need before you go get it from somebody else.
Come on.
And she said, just give me that. Okay? And so she's been really, really, as we would call it, some people may not like it, training me. I'm trainable.
Come on now.
Okay.
We all should be if we know
Right.
something's wrong.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So what she started to do was prepare me, you know, to know how to act. And see, that's where I made the mistake before because I tried to do it my way. But my way is not her way. So in order for it to work, it got to be our way.
That's right. Y'all partners.
We
in this.
partners. So you got to hear her side, and she got to hear my side, and you got to come together, and you got to build on
That's
that.
right. That's right.
What I would tell people in a marriage is almost like this. Every time you come home, you bring a brick. And you take that brick and you place it. But guess what hold the brick together? The love. That's that mortar. You know? See, if you don't have it, you can bring bricks home, and you just sit them there, right? But if you don't have a mortar, what happens? Somebody bump it, it'll fall over. But when you got that mortar in it, that's where you talk about the structure of the family and having God in your life and
When
doing
people
those things.
mistake the love, they mistake that love for, they think love is supposed to be easy. Who said that?
Right.
Who told you love was supposed to be easy? I
Believe
mean,
me.
love should be, of course, falling in love. That's easy.
Yeah.
That's why it's called falling in love, because you do it before you know it, and it's done. But that actual love, that takes some work to love people sometimes. It's times when I'm sure James will come in the house and the first thing I used to say was, oh my God, don't leave your shoes right there. And okay, can you not sit on the bed with your clothes on from outside? And I had to think, wait a minute. This man worked all day long. You ain't paid no mortgage, he paid it. Now I'm not saying he got a right to sit on the bed because he, was dirty because, he paid the mortgage, but it's just that the first thing you did when he came in here, instead of give him a hug or a kiss or said, hey, what's up, or whatever, don't put your shoes right there. Can he just walk in here and put his shoes down, please?
But I was going to ask you, is you and Zena sisters? Cause
we probably are, but it's a learning curve. It's learning.
I'll be coming in, I'm just be tired and just want to sit down, right? I go sit down on the bed, she start fussing. Get up, you been outside with all them.
Well, in her defense, and in mine, we probably told y'all that, okay, I'm about to go somewhere else, but we probably told y'all that all that marriage. And y'all still didn't get it. But I bet if we had mud on our shoes and came and stepped on your pair of shoes, bumped your pair of shoes and got mud on you, be like, I know James would have a don't put that on his Jordan. Where's my shoes? Or don't let a spy be on his truck.
It's not good, but it's all
so
right.
you better camp out my bed.
Hey, you know what? But that's what I got the bad habit, like with the guest room, right? So I try to claim that as mine, but she won't let it be. But anyway, so I go in there, I be throwing stuff in there, and I be saying, that's my room. She be like, it's not your room. It's the guest room. Get your stuff off the bed. And I be like, yo, shorty, I don't go in there bothering you in that room. And then you know what she say to me? My stuff ain't on the bed. Then I'm looking at her, okay, because we sleep in it. Just leave me alone. But let me tell you something was so amazing afterwards. The more and more I started keeping everything up and keeping it up, I start to realize how it feels so much better to have the guest room clean.
Right.
So,
it ain't hard.
It's a training process. All right, so we got some giveaways or something.
We sure do.
Okay.
So there's one book I want to give away, and then I have some body butter that I made.
Oh my God!
People always ask me, what you do? What you put on your skin? Well, it's the stuff that I made, and they got some favorite recipes. But so yes, body butter, and I have some masks, and I didn't make them. I just bought them. I'm giving them away. And so I guess y'all can figure out who can get them.
Okay. So check this out.
It's 1, 2,
It's something. Check this out. It was something. The first person that could tell me it was a message that I had to drop that was really, really important. That I think that people should all pay attention to as they are moving forward in their life. If y'all can remember what that was, the first person can tell me what that was. What I said. It's something about your journey. So the first person that do that, actually, what we'll do, because you got 4 gifts, let's do the first one that they can get 2 of them.
Okay.
Okay? So
the first one, they'll get the book and some butter.
Okay, there you go. So you get a book and a butter. If you can tell me what, just type it in there, type it in and tell me what it was. It was something, a message that I put out there, and I want... do that. So now we got to come up with it for we got 2 more gifts after that.
They can ask the person who says how old me and James are.
Come on now. Yeah, I want to know, okay, how old James and Kimm
or how many years apart.
Okay. And the third one, what do James drive?
Much as he's there in the car wash, everybody should know.
Wait a minute, because she just said it.
She didn't say the type of car.
Oh, she did?
I didn't say the type of
She
ride,
said the
but
color.
I said
Oh, what was the color? What?
Somebody
did
said
the color
45 or 55.
Okay, so
Gotta get it on
For
point.
who, though?
Judy.
Oh, she said she got it right. She said
Judy.
45 and 55.
Okay,
She's
so-
absolutely right.
okay,
9 years apart.
Yep.
okay,
But
but
I just turned 55.
but wait a minute, but who? Somebody did
Wait a
it
minute.
before.
Oh, wait a minute. Who got it? Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Daphne did that? Oh, Judy got. She said 9.5
Wait,
years.
it was
Wait,
Judy.
who did it first?
Judy.
It go back down. It looked like it was Judy.
It looked like
It was Judy.
Judy, you were the one that got the first gift.
Go ahead, Judy.
Now,
So she gets the book. No,
she gets the book and your cream. What did you say?
she just gets the butter.
The butter.
Because you wanted them to answer that first question. That's the person. That
Oh
gets the book and
yeah.
butter.
Okay. So she gets the butter.
A truck. Judy gets.
Oh yes.
Hey, Judy ain't playing. Come on, Judy. Okay. All
All
right.
right. Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let me see
So
what I got.
Judy done won two gifts.
So she gets this one and this one. That way she got one for her purse and she got one for her
Okay.
Okay.
dresser.
All
What
right.
was the other question? Because
It was something that I said that I was talking about, and it has to do with a journey. Just so go back. I want to know who was really received the message that I said. It said Mr. just got on. It said okay. And nobody.
nobody's answered that yet.
Nobody answered that yet.
That's the tough question.
Yeah, that's the tough one. But I said something. It's a message that I gave that I thought that was real positive. Says that you learned from.
Did she just answer that one again?
That you learn from your experiences.
Was that it?
No. It was something that I was talking about, and I talked about it, and I said it's about okay. I'm paying attention, right? Okay.
And while can I say something?
Yes.
While they're trying to find somebody that's going to answer, I hope somebody knows because I want to give.
Judy
give it
said
away.
she answered that first, but that was the wrong answer, correct?
Yeah, I think she was talking about the age, right?
No, I think
She was trying to talk
she
about
was trying,
answer
Know
what I
your
was talking.
is it know your vision?
That's almost it right there.
That-
That's along the lines of it.
She's,
So look, I'm telling you, Kim.
Right. That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. That's what I'm
yeah,
looking
Judy
for.
had said that you learned from your experiences, so that wasn't it, Judy.
Judy, that wasn't it, but it was close though.
She was getting closer and when she got the second, that with what she said next, what she said after that,
Yeah.
is close.
So go say what you was gonna say. You do it.
Oh, I just wanted to, let everybody know that James and I, we have a lot of fun on social media. We have a lot of fun with our family, and that's how we.
Oh, Vicky, go back.
No.
Go.
Don't looking back.
Vicky
in the
got it.
rearview mirror. Yep.
Vicky got it.
She sure did.
Vicky got it.
All right.
Yes.
Put that over there for the book. She gets the book out of
Okay.
the car.
Vicky got the
butter and the book.
The butter and the book. Okay, that is so cool.
And the last one we'll give away when it's almost time to end the.
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah, it's time.
It's almost time.
Yeah, we overtime now. That's what happens. But God is good because I love Him. Sometimes when you having fun, you just don't even know what time it is.
So,
You know.
she got
Okay.
one more?
So, but no, I want you to go ahead and say what you were saying.
Oh, the James and I, we have a lot of fun and everything, but our marriage is by far not perfect, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Cause it's not that I'm always nice and kind and all of that stuff. It's not that he's perfect either. But that's what makes our marriage what it is that we don't mind saying we have our ups and downs. It's God showed me how to get divorced, how to keep all my stuff, how to move on. But in this marriage, I'm writing a book called Divorced 3 Times, Married Once. And I couldn't get finished and I was wondering why. And it was because God knows I told you. I taught you how to move on. I taught you how to keep all your stuff. I keep your job and all that stuff. Now I know I need to know what your staying power is. Can you stay through the rough stuff?
Yeah.
And we have been through some rough stuff.
Right.
And I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not taking responsibility for all of it, but I've done my part. And it's what you do in that rough time, how you get out of it.
Yeah.
How you get out of
Yeah.
it, how you move through it. And God just want to know what's your staying power in this relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm never, if this marriage should ever end, it's not going to be because I didn't do my part.
Right.
I'm responsible to him for doing my part. And if I don't, I answer to him. And I'm not challenging him on nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
As we move forward, because I had to tell people that too. I got this actually from my nephew and his wife. We do not have the perfect marriage, but we got the perfect love.
Right.
me and Zena, you know, we had our challenges here and there, but it's always been the love part that overcomes everything.
Right.
And so that's what the message I would tell you. In order to overcome your trials and tribulations, don't let it be about your personal feelings within, down in your stomach. Let it be about that feeling that's in your heart when you think about not having that person when you roll over in the morning, or that person not rubbing on you or coming to you and hugging you and saying, hey, are you hungry? Or do you want me to buy you this today? Or do you want me to pick this up for you? Do you want me to cook this for you? You know, a lot of us are selfish ones in self. And we, you know, you got people been together 20, 30, 40 years. You know what? They just there. That's a miserable way to be.
Yeah, we've been together 20 years, and I don't ever want to, I'm not saying I can't live without him, but I'd rather not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's how I am.
But it's hard to love people sometimes. Even when you're mad at each other, it's going to be hard to, if you think about getting married, it's hard to love the person that you're with. No matter how googly eyes you are now, guess what? Those sparks, 5 years tops. Then you gotta learn how to fall in love over and over and over and over.
You know what we
and
do?
over again.
You know what we do though? We have date night every Friday.
Right.
And before we start doing the show on date night, let me tell you something that works. I'm gonna tell you, because me and Zena could be mad at each other on Thursday, but if Friday comes because it's date night, and I'll be looking at her like, so what we doing?
Exactly.
And she'll say, well, what you want to do? I don't know.
Right. It can be hard, but that's when you show your love.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to push through that
You
stuff.
gotta push through it.
You gotta.
You know
married.
You know
It's
how
not
we,
like
you know
just
how,
regular
you,
stuff.
you know how we would end up. Again, we was mad on Thursday. Date night is Friday. I had to honor because we made this commitment, right? And then by the time we get through, we be holding hands, walking and stuff, and laughing and joking. I forgot all about what I was mad at her for. And then after we get home, and then I'll be thinking, damn, you mind? And I be like, and I was mad over that. You know, you realize it ain't even worth it.
Right.
So, you know, don't let the small things disrupt your life. And let me see, love overcomes all when you put your trust in God. That is so true. You got to put God first in everything. And that's what's happening right now. My wife is seeing God working in my life. And, you know, and it's just amazing what he's doing. I just give him glory and praise.
And she gives you, she honors you because of that. She pushes you towards doing the things that she sees that you want to do. She never, I always notice that about y'all. Y'all always pushing each other to bring out the best in each other. Always speaking positive to each other. And y'all not afraid to say, this is something that wasn't working the other day.
Right.
And we got it together. And that's what it's about. It's about not hiding what's going on. You're not
don't play like it's not there.
Anything if you hiding the tough stuff.
Yeah. If you play like it ain't there, that's when it be building.
Right.
And then when it do fall over, you be like, that's when you're devastated. You got to deal with the truth of what it is. You know, let me tell you something. Zena had to get on me about learning how to listen. Learning how to receive her message.
Come on now.
Sometimes what she would do, she would tell me stuff and I didn't hear her. I was in the conversation, but I did not hear her. And when I start to learn to receive the message and then understand the message, then I start to realize, okay, yo, she's right. I do that a little bit too much.
We do the same thing. We're in a heated discussion. It can be heated, and I could literally see him thinking of a rebuttal before I get finished saying what I'm saying. So and I was doing the same thing. But when you're speaking to each other, and y'all, even if it's heated, and you're thinking about what I can say, you're trying to predict what I'm going to say and how I feel about what I'm saying. If you just take your time and listen. I had to do that. I had to listen. Let me just listen to what he's saying. Let me just listen. I know it's going to be hard. And to the point where he was like, what is wrong with you? Because I didn't say anything right away. I didn't cut him off or anything. I just listened to what he had to say. And it turns out he really didn't mean what I thought he was going to say. Right. So I didn't have to, rebut anything. It could have been so much different.
She says, how important is it for your young kings to follow and for you to be an example before them? Well, that's questions to me. The young kings, let me tell you something. When I stand up and I fix my shirt and my pants and I talk to them and I go to them with respect. When I go to them, not telling them, but I go to them and talk to them. When I go to them and open my arms and say that I'm not afraid to tell my brothers, these young brothers, that I love them. That's where we start to get that respect and it start to come back. The young brother that I called, he's sitting here today, sitting on the other side. I called him upstairs. I didn't call him up there to tell him that I'm his mentor. I called him up there to thank him because I heard a message from him. And see, let me show you what's going to happen. I'm going to show him. I got more experience in life than him. So what I'm going to do is the message that he gave me, I'm going to show him how to use it. See, I'm going to show it from my perspective so he can say, damn, because I got the wisdom over him. He don't know how to do it like me. But now that he told me what he saw and gave me something to stand on, I'm going to use exactly what he gave me. Because now when we put that, we starting to come as warriors, when I'm tired, he going to be like, move over, I got this. And that's where we got to be. So, hey, God is good. We got one more gift. Hey, the first person say gift, write gift, you got it. So, all you got to do is write gift up there. The first person write gift, you got it. So, we are over. Hey, people be talking about you got a long show. The reason why the show be going over because we be having guests like Kimmie, and we got her husband in the house. We got my co-host, Miss Tracy Clark, and her son, also Marvin in the house. Hey, there you go.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh! My daughter's partner, Fiona. Well, I don't know how to say her artistry fee.
Okay.
Manila?
Hey, can you write her name on that?
I can take it to her.
That's what I want you to
She
do.
live in my neighborhood.
Here. So write her name on it. So she got that. And what about Judy?
Judy's is right here.
So we got to get...
All I gotta do is put the book in there.
Okay.
Wasn't she the one that got
Yeah,
the book?
yeah.
She got the first,
Judy.
no, the vision
Two,
comment.
second and third. What she got two, right?
Yeah, Judy got... Oh, no. Vicky got one. Vicky got
You got the first one.
Vicky got the...
Just write the names on the thing.
Right. So, what's
So
this right
the
here?
book, the person that got the
The
book
book.
was Vicky. She get the book and the
And
right.
butter.
And
Okay.
then Judy gets two of these. She gets the
Right.
little
You got
butter
the
and the big
second
butter.
Okay.
That's
All right.
Vicky.
So-
I'll take Fiona's. I don't know where Vicky live at. I mean, where Judy live at.
Hey, this was going to happen. Judy and Vicky, if y'all don't mind, I want y'all to, this is y'all gifts. I will mail them to you. I don't have a problem doing that. And you'll be able to come on and get on and say I received it in the mail. What I want you to do is text your information to my wife. The number is 301 793-7342. It's 301-793-7342. Please do that, Judy and Victoria. Will y'all do that? Text it to my wife, and what you're gonna do is text your address, and we will mail it to you. If it's a PO box, don't mind. And if you want to come pick it up, then you can do that too. That's up to you. I have no problem. We didn't get a chance to really go through and talk, respond to everybody. This was amazing. We are 15 minutes over our time,
Oh, wow.
and we just thank God, and we just want to say God is good and give Him praise. Kim, you got the last word.
Seek God first, because in any relationship, you will never have a problem, you will never have a question about whether your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend is supposed to be next, especially in marriage. So if God is first, there's no question you are never, ever going to mistake what level of priority your wife or your husband comes in.
God is good. It's Real Talk Live with Rodney Grimes. People, power to power, positive thinking people. God is good. And I'm trying to tell you, put Him first, you'll always become a winner. Thank you so much. God bless you. And we just love you. I tell you.
I thought I was going to lose my lashes. I'm like, you're not going to
had me crying.